It's a brand new release from Casio. Here's how much I paid. Here is the model number. Fresh on Casio G-Shock's website. I saw this. I was going to get the grey one, but that was sold out. But I thought, you know what? Be bold and be brave and get yourself a pink watch. I know this is going to be a controversial watch for many people. I can almost read your minds. You're not going to like the X on the dial. You're not going to like the negative display, which is illegible. You're not going to like the colour. You're not going to like the size. But you know what? I think this is a Marmite watch. It's going to be love or hate. People are going to go, I just think everything about that is bananas. It's so different, refreshing and fun and different from Casio. It's not just another iteration of something they've done before and just slightly different. It's bonkers. It's fun that they're going and doing things that are different. That's why I bought this watch. I love Casio G-Shocks. I could buy all of them, but then they're all very generic and similar with lots of toys and gadgets I'll never use. 18,000 millimeters thick, huge hulking great bits of plastic. Sometimes you want something that's just a bit different. That's where this comes in. And what's different about it? It's, well, first of all, the color. You can get a white one, you can get a black one. There is a gray one with orange details. That's the one I think is incredible. This is fun. I imagine this is something a K-pop band would wear. You know, it's got that black and the pink and it's just different and quirky. But I like that it's got all the practical elements that a Casio G-Shock would normally have. The shock resistance, 200 meters water resistance. It's got world timer, alarm, stopwatch, all the usual stuff. Nice light, which is actually pink as well, which is crazy. This is all adding up to be just your usual standard G-Shock affair, but in a crazy package. The thing that's crazy as well is the wearability of this thing. It's so different in size. The case size, look at this, 41. They're normally 45. That's putting it into baby G sort of category or for ladies, but 41mm watch. We quite often wear those, don't we guys? There's nothing wrong with a 41mm watch. And then the height is only 11.2. Very slim for a G-Shock, but it still has that toughness that we expect from a G-Shock. Very unusual strap situation here. You can actually lay this G-Shock flat. Normally they're sort of like this because of the way the strap is integrated, but this has got a double mechanism here. This is like a lug adapter built into the watch. So it attaches here to the watch and then you can attach your strap, which is unfortunately a monstrous 24mm in width. So you can swap it out, but 24 is huge and not as readily available, and the choice is not quite as amazing as 20 or 22mm. If they made this 22, would have been a game changer. But this colorway is also mental because these hands are a weird, different shade of pink. They're almost dark red, so they clash a bit aesthetically with the rest of the dial. Days of the week indicator here on the left. This dial here is where you're going to see, you can alternate between the different time zones. Mode button here, which will alternate between stop clock. Again, it's struggled to pick out on the camera what's on the dial. That's the problem with the visibility. Stopwatch, then you've got a countdown timer. You can choose in advance time you're going to count down from. You've got alarm, then we're back to time again. And you can press these alternate buttons here. So if you can't see these dials at any time, like that, it moves the hands out the way so you can see the dials. Then you press that again and resets it. Really easy to set up, extremely lightweight, comfortable on your wrist. This rubber is really soft. It's a bit stiff, as all Casio G-Shocks are. This is so soft under the skin, very supple. I wore this swimming with my son today and I didn't notice it on my wrist, and it was a good way of me just testing the watch out and seeing how wearable it is when you're doing these kind of fun, sporty, messing about activities. And it does the job and it stands out. I have seen and worn more black, rubbery, plasticky watches than I ever care to mention. So it's so cool that you've got the option to try one that is pink. And I think as a man, you can get away with a pink watch because this is a wearable size. Pink stands out. If you really struggle with the pink, you can get a 24mm NATO style strap with black hardware to put on this. That's what I'm thinking of doing myself anyway. We can get a Barton band, silicone, 24mm available as well with quick release pins. You've got these options if you really don't want to have the excessive pink overload. But I think it's worth going for that. If you're going to go pink, go large and enjoy it. And what's also cool is this almost lavender colour of G-Shock on here. A colour that complements this pink case. Under the camera, it struggled to pick out how vibrantly, gorgeously pink this is. It almost makes me think of cherry blossoms, but a slightly deeper, richer colour from Japan. So I think this is going to be a colour which is going to be becoming a bit more on trend. You could call this the Casio G-Shock Cherry Blossom, or you could call it the K-pop, call it the Tokyo edition or something, where you can imagine those vibrant neon lights at night. And in fact, we've got pink neon lights like the neons you get under the street racers. It just invokes imagination and inspiration and flair. And sometimes, if you love or hate these kind of watches, just having that in the marketplace is worth celebrating. I can just predict the comments of what you guys are going to say, and I agree with most of them. And having owned this watch for a couple of days, I can tell you now, it's very difficult to read, but it's very comfortable. It looks cool. It's fun. It makes me feel, brings me a little bit of joy. And you know what? That's well worth the £99. This is just an introduction. If you're interested in buying one and you don't like pink, there's other options. But Casio have released so many new variations of other G-Shocks recently. What an amazing expanding range of fun watches they've got. Love it. See you in the next one. Bye for now.